Hi, welcome. Jillian here. Let's get started with today's practice. So come on down and find a comfortable seat. Perhaps close the eyes. And take a deep sigh out and a deep breath in. Tuning in to your internal landscape. Tuning in to the breath flowing in the body and out. And begin to find your equal paced breath flowing in on the inhale breath, perhaps for 4, and flowing out on the exhale breath for 4. Feeling the earth underneath you, solid foundation holding you up, supporting you in this practice on and off the mat. Taking in one more round of breath. And then slowly let the chin bow forward towards the chest. Beginning with our neck circles, taking it in any direction that comes natural to you. Eyes might be open, eyes might be shut. Really gentle, not the biggest stretch yet. And reversing your circles. Finishing this last one. And then come back to neutral. All right. Let's come on to our hands and knees, helping yourself up to your neutral spine, making sure your knees are right underneath your hips and the palms are spread real wide. And we'll move in and out of our cat-cow. Inhale, looking up for cow. Exhale, rounding spine for cat as you push the ground away. Feeling that stability and foundation of the earth underneath you. And keep flowing in and out of this with the pace of your breath. Welcoming a sense of ease in the mind, in the body, in the breath, and even in your movement. And coming back to neutral. From here, press the hips back into child's pose as you stretch the arms out long, out in front of you. Allow the forehead to rest upon the earth. And then inhale, press down into palms, come on up to all fours. And then to warm up our shoulders, we're going to isolate that shoulder joint. So just a few inches, you're going to press the floor away and then sink down. Press the floor away and then sink down. Feeling that scapular movement. It might not be much, so be okay with finding a small range of movement. Good. While you're doing this, gazing down at your thumb and index finger, trying to create a big L with both of those arms and hands. Good. We'll do 5 more. Push and press, slowly lower. Push and press, slowly lower. Making sure that this is not becoming a push-up, so we're not bending the elbows. Just warming up the shoulders. Neck is neutral. We'll do 1 more. And then keep that pressing feeling active in the arms. And from here, stretch your right arm forward and your left leg back. Level off the hips and really reach. On your exhale, touch your elbow to your knee and round the spine in. On the inhale breath, reach it out. Exhale, round, elbow, knee touch. Inhale, lengthen, reach, finding that sense of ease. Last one, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen it back out. And slowly lower hand and knee down. From here, we'll take the opposite arm and opposite leg out. Keeping in mind all your scapular warm-ups that we already did so that we don't sink into that right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, round. We'll do 1 more. And then landing the hand and the knee back down. Good. From here, curl your toes under. Gently lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels a little bit as you let your head hang heavy. Good. Roll forward into your plank. Shoulders stacked right above the palms. From here, lift the left foot off the floor, just an inch. Really lengthen. Gently lower. Right foot lifted off the floor, just an inch. And gently lower. Knees come down, child's pose, hips press back. You might flip your palms up to relieve any tension in the wrists, if any have built up. And once again, sink into welcoming in ease in every fingertip. Ease in the back of the neck. Ease in the rib cage as you breathe. All right, inhale, come on up, all fours, hands and knees. We're going to do that sequence starting with the bird dog 1 more time. Take your right arm forward and left leg back. Inhale, exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, hug it in. 1 more. And gently land your hand and knee back down to the mat. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lengthen, reach. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug it in. Last one. And gently lower, hand and knee down. Curl your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath in and all the way out. Roll forward, find your plank position. Shoulders stacked over hands. And once again, firm your legs and glutes. Lift your left leg 1 inch off the floor. Lower down gently. Right leg off the floor. Hover. Lower down gently. Soften the knees. Child's pose, palms face up. Noticing how you're feeling. What is the tone of that internal environment? Alrighty, here we go. Flip the palms down and come on up to all fours one more time. From here, we'll curl the toes and lift up, downward facing dog. Little bend in both your knees. Gaze forward and walk to the top of your mat. Feet about hip width. Inhale for your halfway lift, flat back. Little bend in the knees is welcome so we don't overstretch the hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, arms up and out. Lift every toe, spread them and lift them off the floor, and then replant them really down into the mat, feeling that earth underneath you supporting you. Imagine there's a yoga block right in between your knees that you can pull those inner thigh muscles inward slightly. Take one more breath here. And exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Keep your left hand down on the floor below the nose. Bend your left knee and then sweep that right arm up towards the sky. Remember, you can always have your bottom arm on a block, a water bottle, or books. Beautiful. Lower the right hand down. Bend your right knee. Sweep left arm all the way up, curling open up that chest. Grounding each digit back down into the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale all the way up to stand. Arms sweep up and draw down to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Downward facing dog, hips high. Roll forward, plank position. Shoulders stacked over palms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Engaging your core. One more time, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Walk forward to the top of your mat. Feet hip width. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Good. Relax your fingertips. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Welcoming that sense of ease, effortlessness. Spread those toes and replant them down into the floor. Take one more breath here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Sweep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, hands down to prayer, heart center. Inhale, sweep arms down and up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands down and step back to plank. Good. Core strong, legs firm. Slowly, as if there's a string on that lower back, lifting you up to your downward facing dog. Initiating from the feet, roll forward into plank. Feeling plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Little bend in the knees, walk forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. We have our last round, chair pose, bend the knees, sweep arms up. Good. While you're in chair, sweep the arms behind you and interlace your hands. Reach your knuckles towards whatever is behind you. If you're in the open field like I am today, then it's just more and more continuous space. So feel that spaciousness around you, no matter how small or big the circumference of your space is. Take a deep breath, feel the collarbones wide, shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, forward fold, keeping your grip as the arms stretch up towards the ceiling. Gently release the hands. And inhale all the way up to stand. Arms come all the way up near the ears and down to heart center. Pause here as you breathe in fully and out fully. Release the arms down and all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Good. Let the heat build here for a few breaths. Hug the lower belly in and continuously push the palms into the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting through the core, reaching through those hips. Good. On your next inhale, stretch the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it all the way through. Seal your back heel and come on up to your warrior one. Arms lift up tall. On your exhale, powerful lunge. The arms sweep back and we gaze over the front of the mat without beginning to round. So really think and be conscious of those shoulder blades squeezing down the back. One more breath. Wiggle those fingertips a little bit. At inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open it up. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round just like that. Slowly in and slowly out. Cartwheel the hands down when you're ready and find your plank. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step all the way through. Seal your back heel. Come on up, warrior one. Maybe you take a few breaths with a little bit of an audible sigh or a humming sound. And on your next exhale, powerful lunge. Reach the arms actively behind you. Draw that left hip bone a little back, right hip a little forward. Core muscles are engaged. Breathe here. Inhale, warrior one, sweep the arms up. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. Adjust your stance if you need to. Soften up the neck, shoulders. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round like that. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Plank position. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step all the way through. Seal your back heel to the floor, warrior one, come on up. And similar to the grip we did earlier, release the arms behind you and interlace them. Stretch those elbows as much you can as you draw your shoulder blades in, reaching knuckles towards the back heel. Good. From here, we begin to curl the chin towards the heart and round your spine forward. Humble warrior. Navel's drawing in, arms are reaching up to the ceiling. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. On your next inhale, uncoil your body, bringing the head up last and stretching arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Doing great, everyone. From here, flip your front palm, reverse warrior, reaching that top arm up and back. Keep the front leg bent. Big stretch from the front hip crease to those front fingertips. Exhale, cartwheel hands down to the floor. Feel free to take a flow or from your plank, going directly in to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step forward. Seal the back heel, warrior one, rise up. And again, invoking ease into the body, mind, spirit, and energy. Relax the arms behind your back, interlacing the hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and reach the knuckles towards the back heel. Draw the chin into heart and begin to round forward. Almost like you're in your cat position. From all fours, really rounding the upper back, mid back, and lower back. Feeling the feet and each corner of the feet ground down. Slowly begin to uncoil the body. Head up last. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, open warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your front palm, lift and lengthen left arm up towards the ceiling. Right arm reaches down long. Front knee staying actively bent. Good. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Take your flow or step from plank directly in to downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Walk forward to the top of the mat. Draw the feet together and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, interlacing the hands, all but the index fingers, up overhead. Thumbs are crossed, buttocks squeeze tight and arms squeeze up near the ears. You're going to lengthen the body all the way up as tall as you can, and then keeping those inner thighs tight, stretch it up and over to the right. Good. Feeling that stretch of the skin from your fingers down to the heels. The face is soft. The breath is flowing in and out. Inhale, slowly come on up. Exhale, other side, opposite side. Can you imagine the top of your head reaching towards your wrists? The legs staying firm. And even now, inviting that ease someplace in the body, in the mind. And inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, open the arms wide, forward fold. Lower the hands down, plank position. From your plank, we're going to reach that right arm up to the ceiling, side plank. Feet stagger, right foot in front, left foot behind. Feeling the arm bones stacked, your hip bones stacked. Exhale, lower right hand slowly, shifting the hips back to neutral. Other side. Left arm reaches, left foot in front of right, squeeze the inner thighs up. And exhale, lower left hand down. Lowering the knees to the floor, child's pose. Flip those palms up and wiggle those hips towards the heels. If you want, you can have your hands in prayer and draw that prayer hands behind the back of the head. Feeling that third eye, middle of the eyebrows, gently meeting the earth. The shoulders softening around the ears. Take one more breath. And slowly come on up, moving through all fours. Good. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Take a little bend in the knees and walk forward to the top of the mat. Feet are glued together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Palms pressed together overhead and draw down to heart center. All right, from here, relax the arms by your sides. We're going to lift our right arm up, simultaneously lifting that left knee into the left hand. So it's kind of like a really nice opened prep for tree pose. Good. Stand tall through that right side of the body. And exhale, lower hand and foot back down to the floor. We take the other side. Left arm floats up, right arm floats up. Exhale, lower. Good. Do this with your breath now. Keep alternating the sides. And feeling all the while that steady midline from the crown of the head down to the pubic bone. And everything else moving freely, floating with the air around you. Working on your balance as well as you move slowly in and out. All right, stand for a moment, feet together. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up, press together overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. From here, tree pose. Bring the weight of your body into the right foot. Bend that left knee just like you did. And then now finding the inner right thigh or the inner right shin. So it could be above or below the knee. And like the theme of today's class, welcoming and invoking ease into the practice so that we can practice what is on the mat, also off the mat. So taking this time to carve out a sense of ease. As if you could balance here like this all day. Breathing through the nostrils. And slowly, when you're ready, help yourself out of your pose. You might widen the feet a little and then do a little bit of nice swaying, letting that release. Little rotation through the spine. Back heel slightly lifts. Slowing it back down in 3, 2, and 1. Stand in your mountain pose. Feel that stillness, that steadiness from the feet all the way up. And inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. Palms press together and draw down the midline. Bring the weight of your body into the left leg now, and we'll find our tree pose. Lifting right leg and placing the right foot either above or below the left knee. Soften the jaw. Feel the breath. Draw in the nose and out. And slowly help yourself out of it. Good. Widen those feet and take your little rocking, swinging action, lifting the back heel as you rotate. Arms just hanging from the shoulders. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to standing. Take a breath from feet all the way to crown of head. Crown of head all the way to feet. Okay, beautiful yogis. Come on down to the floor with me. Okay. From here, we're going to lean back on the hands. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Bring the left heel a little closer towards your hips if you need more sensation. And you could also lift the hips towards the front heel. If that's too much sensation for today, then give yourself that little bit more space. All right, so setting yourself up, watching out for rounding in the chest. Instead, feeling that regalness from the crown of head all the way up. You might hold more static, or you might rock a little side to side. Beautiful. Keep this cross of the leg, but begin to straighten the bottom leg down. Sit up nice and tall. And then you're going to grab that right leg and pick it up towards you. You might have the right foot against that inner left elbow crease and the right knee in that right elbow crease. And from here, sitting up tall, you might give it a little rock from side to side. Rocking the body is a very calming, soothing thing, just like as a child. Soothing the body, those muscles where they're tight and they feel like they cannot and will not create a little more space. You can create a little bit of rocking sensation. All right, gently release that leg so that the right foot comes right along the inner left leg. Inhale, arms all the way up. Interlace the hands and then tuck your chin in, round down as you capture your left foot into the palm of your hands. Now, if your left knee is slightly bent, that is okay, right? That means you're getting even closer. Bringing forehead to knee. So during this pose, keeping the hips really heavy and grounded, allowing the body to round, the elbows to bend, less hamstring focused, more rounding through back. And inhale, we slowly uncoil the body. Good. Exhale, hands down to knees. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. All right. And we'll do the other side. Lean back on the hands. Right leg long. Cross the left heel over the right knee. Bend the bottom foot. And then again, once you are there, decide if you need more space. Keep space between your front heel and hips. Or if you need more stretch or sensation, then send the hips a little bit forward. Breathe here. A little rocking, or if it feels good to hold still. There's a lot of wind element today where I am. So feeling that breath, similar to the wind, kind of sweep into the body and release out of the body. Alrighty, let's come out of this gently by stretching out that bottom leg. Grab hold, carrying that left shin into the chest, sitting up tall and giving it a little bit of rock, really hugging in close to you. And slowly lower the legs so that the left foot now is in the inside of the right leg. Inhale, stretch arms overhead. As you interlace hands, begin to round your spine and touch your forehead to knee, clasping the hands around your right foot. Hugging your elbows in close instead of winging out, draw them in towards that front calf. Inhale, slowly unwind, stretching arms all the way up. And exhale, hands down to kneecaps. Take a full breath in. Deep breath out. Alrighty. Hug your knees in. And let's make our way down to the floor. You might hold on for a little more support or stretch the arms out long. Engaging core as you roll down, one vertebrae at a time. All right. Bend the knees one and then the other. Plant the palms down towards the mat and then begin to lift the hips up into your bridge. Pressing down into each corner of the foot. Exhale, lower slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Left leg reaches long. And we're going to pick up the right shin and draw that right knee into that right armpit. Really hugging it in close. Good. If your left leg is a little off the floor, keep flexing that heel down towards the ground. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is comfortable. Feeling into that slight compression of the right side of the body and organs, while the left side of the body has a little bit more space for you to breathe through and into. Beautiful. Gently release that right leg down long. Inhale, opposite leg, left knee into left armpit. Gently interlacing the hands below the knee and hugging it in. Feel free to flex that right leg, reaching it down and out towards the floor. Chin is tucked comfortably. Now receiving a little bit more space on the right side, while left side is a little bit more compressed. And gently release the left leg long. Good. Bend one knee, then the other. And then you're going to pick up the legs and curl yourself up and give your knees and shins a big tight squeeze. Tuck your chin to chest. Really round your spine. And then slowly lower the head. Happy baby. We're going to reach hold for the pinky edge of the feet. If that isn't accessible today, then grab your shins or calves or ankles anywhere on that leg. And then begin to actively bend your elbows as if you're trying to bring your knees down into the floor. Deep breath into the groin and pelvis. And then bend the left heel towards your groin as you perhaps stretch the right leg out a little bit, out to the right, as far as feels comfortable for you. And then slowly bend the right knee and right heel towards the groin as you stretch the left leg out long to the side. Slow and deep breath in. Slow and deep breath out. And gently bend the left heel towards the groin. And then draw the knees in together once more. Hug them in one last time. You can rock a little bit, this time with the head on the floor. Then when you're ready, reach one leg out long and the other leg out long. And get yourself ready for Shavasana, last posture of class. Do all the things that make you feel really good in this pose. It might be having a little pillow under the knees. It might be having those legs a little wider than your mat. And it might even be in a completely different position, like a side lying posture. Wherever it is, begin to find a bit of stillness. No achieving and no pleasing, but simply staying present, being here now. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you are ready to come out of this, and slowly begin to deepen the breath. Begin to welcome in small and gentle movement in the fingers, wiggling the toes, circling the ankles. And perhaps inhaling, stretching arms overhead behind you as you take a deep yawn. And rolling over to your side. Assisting yourself up tenderly as you can so that we're not jerking ourselves out of the tone that we are in, have just created. And finding your comfortable seat. Sealing today's practice, bringing hands to prayer. And taking a deep, full breath in. Deep, full breath out. Bowing in and honoring yourself and your practice and one another. Thank Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll see you soon.